Money, money, money in a rich man's world. Okay, I'll stop singing. I can't sing. I accept that. If you're moving to Portugal, you're going to have to open a Portuguese bank account. And in Portugal, you are not spoiled for choice. There are so many different banks. The problem is choosing exactly which one is going to be right for you. It's like a supermarket full of banks out there. So it doesn't matter where in the world you are coming from, whether you're coming from South Africa or India or the UK or the US, it doesn't really matter. You're going to have to open a bank account and find some way how to transfer money to Portugal. So a quick disclaimer, I'm not getting paid by any bank to advertise them, but I'm just going to let you know what is available. So, to start off with, Portuguese banks are highly advanced and are all linked to the multi banco system. Portugal's in the Eurozone, so that means you can transfer money in and out to other Eurozone countries without a conversion fee. So it's easy to make direct payments and transfers. Just know that while there's no limit to how much you transfer to Portugal, anything over 50,000 euros must be declared to the Bank of Portugal. Let's have a quick look at what is out there, what banks are available, and you can make your choice. And then afterwards, I will explain to you what you need to open up a bank account. This is the main bank in Portugal and is a member of the European system of central banks. And then this one is the second largest bank, from what I understand. Santander is the second largest private bank, and it's been recognized as being the best bank in Portugal. And the next one, BPI, this I gather specializes in home loans. It obviously does other banking as well, and there's accounts for kids as well as adults. And then you get the Banco Popular and the Credito Agricola. I'm not that familiar with these, but I definitely saw them around when I was in Portugal. And then the next one is the Novo Banco, which I think is a fairly new bank, but they also seem to be everywhere, and I think they are international as well. And then you get the Millennium Bank, which is the BCP Bank. This is the largest private bank and it is international with branches all over the world, and it seems to be recommended for expats. Millennium have also started something called the Activo Bank, which is supposed to simplify banking completely and make it very, very easy. But I think the Activo Bank, you've got to apply once you are um, you got to apply with them once you are in Portugal. Then there's the Banco Financia. I'm not too sure. I don't have that much information about that one. A lot of the bank's websites are only in Portuguese, not English. Banco Atlantico looks like an interesting option. They have branches in over 50 countries, so they are quite international. And I saw lots of Atlantico branches around during my travels in Portugal. This N26 bank is something quite interesting, and I think I'm going to look at it a little bit further. It's a digital bank for Portuguese residents, and any EU or US residents can open up an account for free on your smartphone. So, definitely something worth looking at. Banco CTT was previously the post office, and the good thing about them is that there are no fees. Deutsche Bank um, is in Portugal as well. All I know about Deutsche Bank is that Donald Trump banks there. Um, Citibank is another well known one, which is quite international. Um, Citibank is in Portugal as well. And then here's another one, which is like a bank that's not a bank. This is TransferWise. So, TransferWise says that it's a multi currency borderless account, which is like a bank account without being a bank account. And you get a TransferWise debit card like a normal bank account, although the application for that is separate. So it seems like you can transfer money from most countries around the world via TransferWise. It sounds like PayPal, but with a debit card, if that makes any sense. I went with Banco Montepio only because that was where the estate agent took me to after I got my NIF number. So the customer service at the bank was excellent. And the person who signed me up spoke really good English. The disadvantage, of course, is that the bank's website is in Portuguese and everything on there is in Portuguese. So you might need help initially to do internet banking. But I managed to transfer money from Norway to the bank without any problems. This bank was established in 1844, and I think it started off, first of all, as like a mutual savings organization. And they try to explain it to me that when you bank with them, and I didn't get the debit card yet because I said it's pointless getting it. So when I'm in Portugal, I'll get the debit card. But they said to me that when you belong to this bank, it's almost like belonging to a co-op. So I suppose that's still the mutual savings aspect of it. And they said that when you do your insurance for your car and your house and medical insurance and everything, travel insurance, through them, you get extra good rates. And you also get given shopping discount cards and that. So it sounded interesting. My estate agent took it there. We'll see how it goes. At any rate, they seemed pretty professional and very friendly and helpful. At any rate, all the banks use this multi-banco ATM system, which is excellent because you can pay your bills, you can pay your taxes, you can buy fishing licenses, you can do all kinds of things there. So I suppose at the end they're all very similar. So I know that a lot of people outside of Portugal, they haven't yet moved there, are looking at how do they open up a bank account when they're not yet in Portugal. So from my research, it seems like if you go to the branch of the bank that is Portugal that is operating in your country, like for example Millennium Bank, then they can help you get that NIF number. I think you will probably get an NIB number, which is similar, but it means all you can do is operate a bank account. And when you move to Portugal, you have to change that NIB number into the NIF number. So that bank, a bank branch, will act as your fiscal representative to get you that NIF number. And you would need whatever it is you are going to need to open up the bank account if you are in Portugal. And I'm going to tell you about that right now. So, if you're going to open up a bank account, you need to take with you the following documents. So, if you are visiting Portugal for like a little recce visit, make sure and you're going to open up a bank account while you're there. Make sure you take, obviously, you'll have your passport because you will have traveled there. If you're from an EU country, take your EU ID with you. You need the NIF number. You are not going to open up a bank account in Portugal without that NIF number. And you can find out how to get it on my previous video. You also have to have proof of address. Okay, so this could be your address in Portugal or your foreign address. So with that, you have to have like a utility bill. I had my rental contract, so that works quite well. You also need to have a phone number. So that they can send you an SMS. So most people have a phone number, so yeah, that goes without saying. And then take with you, if you are employed, take along your contract of employment, or take along your last 3 pay slips. Or if you are self-employed, just have like proof of your income, like your tax return or something like that. If you're on pension, I would say just take proof of your pension payments that come in. So you've got to show them that you are generating some kind of income to be able to open up a bank account. And that's literally all you need. That's all I had. I had my, in fact, I don't even know if I might not even have shown them my work contract or paid. I had it with me. I don't know if I showed them. I think the fact that I had just bought a property was enough. That and my passport and my Norwegian residence card, that was fine. I didn't actually need a fiscal representative, even though I have a South African passport, but I think it's because I've got a Norwegian residence card, even though Norway is not in the EU. It's like a friend of the EU. Let's just call Norway friendly. So that's what you're going to need. It wasn't difficult at all. It didn't take long. They set up internet banking, everything, and I think all banks will work the same way. So, if you have found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, comment below, and I'll be continuing my series about moving to Portugal and looking at all the kinds of documentation and things you have to go through. There's a lot of bureaucratic red tape that you have to sort of like find your way through. And I'll see you on my next adventure.